Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. You ready to level up?
Always ready to learn something new, that's for sure.
Okay, good, because today we're going to tackle something that honestly we all could probably use a little help with.
Oh, let me guess. Communication skills.
You got it.
Figures. It's one of those things.
But it really is. And it's funny because you think like, oh, I talk all day, I communicate fine.
Mhm.
But there's like levels to this.
Oh, absolutely. Different depths.
Yeah, exactly. And we found this really cool program called CCLAP. And it's all about like taking your communication to the next level.
CCLAP, huh? I like it. Catchy.
Right. So they describe it as like communication boot camp, which I thought was kind of a funny way to put it. But essentially, they break down communication skills in a way that makes you realize it's not just about talking. It's about connecting, persuading, inspiring.
Sounds intense.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
But in a good way. The document we're looking at, it really emphasizes this idea that communication is a skill you can learn and improve, just like, I don't know, playing the piano or coding or something.
Makes sense. You don't just wake up one day knowing how to play Chopin, right?
Exactly. And this program, it's designed to help you, whether you're a new grad prepping for job interviews or someone who's been in their career for a while but maybe feels like they're not quite hitting the mark when it comes to, getting their ideas across.
I can see how that would be valuable for a lot of people. Like, I've definitely been in meetings where I'm just like, am I speaking another language here?
Oh, totally. And that's actually a perfect segue because this CCLAP program, it starts with this really interesting definition of communication. They say it's expressing your message to the right person at the right time in the easiest way possible so they understand it the way you intended.
Okay, that's pretty spot on, actually. Like, how often do we actually think about all of those elements when we're trying to communicate something?
Right. We just kind of assume that the other person is going to, like, automatically get what we're saying.
Yeah, we're just throwing words out there and hoping for the best.
Pretty much. But this definition really highlights that effective communication, it's about being intentional, it's about considering your audience, and it's about crafting your message in a way that truly resonates.
And I bet that's even more important in today's globalized world, right? We're constantly interacting with people from all different cultures who might have different communication styles, different ways of interpreting things.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
I mean, even if everyone's speaking English, you can still have those like misunderstandings or misinterpretations because of cultural differences.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I remember this one time I was working on a project with this team in, I think it was Japan. And it's like everything was so polite, so indirect. It took me a while to, like, decipher what they were actually trying to say.
Wow. So just imagine trying to like nail a job interview or give a big presentation in that kind of setting. Talk about pressure.
Oh, I know, right? But the cool thing is CCLIP actually addresses this directly. Like, they have a whole module on cross-cultural communication where they teach you about different communication styles and how to adjust your approach depending on who you're talking to.
Oh, wow. So it's really comprehensive.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They really seem to cover all the bases.
I'm looking through the material here, and one thing that kind of jumped out at me was this comparison they make between communication and like performing arts.
Mhm.
They talk about how, effective communication is like, it's like acting or singing or even public speaking.
That's interesting. So it's not just about the words themselves, but how you deliver them.
Exactly. Like, think about a really great actor, right? They can take even the simplest line and make it like captivating.
Oh, yeah. Think of Meryl Streep, right? I bet she could read the phone book and make it sound fascinating.
Totally. So CTLP is saying that communication is similar. It's about using your voice, your body language, your tone to really connect with your audience and get your message across in a powerful way.
I like that. Makes it a bit more dynamic, right? It's not just about writing a perfect email.
Right. It's about the whole package.
And it's a skill.
It is, which is like kind of reassuring in a way, because it means that even if you don't feel like a natural communicator, you can still learn and get better.
Absolutely. And CCLAP seems to really emphasize that idea of practice and development. They have this P5 model, is what they call it: project, preparation, practice, performance on the platform with mentor support.
Okay, break that down for me. What does that actually look like in like real world terms?
So imagine, you sign up for this program, right? They give you a specific communication challenge, a project. Could be anything from like writing a persuasive email to giving a presentation to leading a team meeting.
Okay, sounds practical.
Right. It is. It's not just theory.
Mhm.
So you've got your project, and then you work with a mentor, like a communication coach, to help you prepare, to practice, and then to actually deliver that performance, whether it's in a simulated setting or a real-world scenario.
So you get personalized feedback and guidance throughout the whole process.
Exactly. And they also have this online platform where you can, like, record yourself, practice your delivery, get feedback from other participants, all in a safe space.
Oh, that's cool. Like a communication gym almost.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
Communication gym. And it sounds like they really focus on helping you apply those skills to like real life situations, not just, hypothetical scenarios.
Which makes sense because, as much as we might want to avoid those awkward conversations or presentations, they're kind of inevitable, right?
Oh, yeah. Life is full of them.
So better to be prepared.
Exactly. And CCLA, it seems like it's really geared towards like practical application. Like they even mention that a lot of people like they get rejected from job interviews not because they lack the technical skills, but because they just don't communicate effectively during the interview process.
That's so true. You can have all the right qualifications on paper, but if you can't articulate your thoughts and experiences in a compelling way, it's like game over.
And I bet that's where this program really shines because it helps you build that confidence, that ability to like tell your story in a way that really engages people.
That actually reminds me of something in the document. They talk about these 3 levels of skill that they address in the program.
Oh, interesting. What are they?
So level 1 is all about like the technical know-how, like the
Mm.
basics of grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure, that kind of stuff. The what of communication, you could say.
Okay, the foundation. Got to
Yeah.
have that right.
Right, exactly. But then level 2 is where you start to apply those skills to your own projects, to your own communication goals. So it's more about the how. Like, how do you write a clear and concise email? How do you structure a presentation that keeps people engaged?
Okay, so you're taking those basic building blocks and actually using them to build something.
Exactly. But then you get to level 3, and this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Level 3, the advanced course.
Kind of. So they describe level 3 as the ability to express and communicate your knowledge effectively.
Yeah.
It's not just about knowing the stuff, it's about being able to explain it to other people in a way that makes them understand and care.
Ah, so it's not just what you say, but how you say it and why it matters.
Yes, it's about the why of communication.
Mm,
And they specifically talk about storytelling as a key skill at this level.
storytelling. Interesting. I wouldn't have immediately thought of that for like a professional context.
Right. But they make a really compelling case for it. They argue that being able to tell a good story, whether it's about your own experiences, your ideas, or even just like explaining a complex concept, it's essential for engaging your audience and making your message memorable.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Like if you're trying to persuade someone to invest in your idea or get your boss to approve a project, telling a compelling story can be way more effective than just like rattling off a bunch of facts and figures.
Exactly. And, even in a job interview, being able to weave your skills and experiences into a narrative, it makes you stand out. It shows that you can think critically, that you can connect the dots, and that you can communicate your value in a way that resonates.
So CCLAP helps you find and tell those stories.
It does. They teach you how to identify those key moments in your experience that illustrate your strengths, your values, your problem-solving abilities, and then they help you craft those moments into compelling narratives that you can use in different situations.
So it's not just about like memorizing a script.
No, it's about, like, uncovering those authentic stories within yourself and then learning how to shape them in a way that, like, serves your communication goals.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I have to admit, I was a little skeptical at first, but the more we talk about this program, the more I'm kind of impressed.
I know, right? It's like they've really thought about communication in a holistic way. It's not just about the mechanics of language. It's about understanding the psychology of communication, the power of storytelling, and the importance of tailoring your message to your audience.
And it sounds like they provide a lot of support along the way. Like you're not just left to figure it out on your own.
Exactly. That mentorship aspect seems really key. Having someone who can, like, guide you, give you feedback, and help you stay accountable, that can make a huge difference in your progress.
So the big question is, if someone was thinking about trying to improve their communication skills, maybe they're not sure where to start, would you recommend this program?
Based on what we've seen in this document, I think it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like a really comprehensive and well-structured program that could benefit a wide range of people, whether you're just starting out in your career or you're a seasoned professional.
And even if someone wasn't able to like sign up for a whole program like this, What would you say are some key takeaways from what we've discussed today?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that communication is a skill, not a talent. It's something you can learn and improve with practice and the right guidance.
Right. And it's not just about talking more, it's about communicating effectively. It's about being intentional, understanding your audience, and crafting your message in a way that truly connects.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of storytelling. We often think of stories as entertainment, but they can also be incredibly powerful tools for communication, persuasion, and even leadership.
I think you've inspired me to start paying more attention to how I communicate. Maybe I'll even try incorporating some storytelling into my next presentation.
I think that's a great idea. And for everyone listening, I challenge you to do the same.
Hmm.
Think about how you can apply some of these principles to your own communication, whether it's at work, in your personal life, or even just in your everyday interactions.
Because you never know, that one conversation, that one well-crafted email, that one powerful story, it could be the thing that makes all the difference.
Ooh, that's a good one. I think we can end on that note. Until next time, everyone, keep practicing those communication skills.
And keep telling those stories.
See ya.
Bye.